What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. So I just got back from watching John Wick 4. Oh my gosh. Y'all, this movie, when I tell you about 25 minutes in, was already a 5 out of 5. I'm not even joking. This movie was everything that you want John Wick 4 to be and then some. This movie brought it. This one here, it like I expected nothing less, and it exceeded my expectations. This movie, I feel like every single John Wick movie just outdoes the previous one, and this was no different, like at all. When I tell you guys that the fight scenes in this movie were nonstop, like it was nonstop action throughout the whole movie from beginning to end. I was not disappointed. This movie brought what it was supposed to bring, okay? Keanu Reeves, great job. Scott Atkins, man, he played the hell out of his role. It was like so crazy because I'm like, I can't believe it's him, but then I kind of can see his face, but it was nuts. Um, the recently late Lance Reddick, it was just it was wild to kind of see him in this and know that it was literally like days ago that he had passed on. So um rest in peace to Lance Reddick. It was wild. When you guys see this movie, you'll see how wild it is. um I was just like, wow, that's, man. um I forget his name, but the guy who plays Scorpion in Mortal Kombat did his thing. The other Asian guy, he's blind. He's the blind one with the cane. Um, he did his thing. When I tell you guys, I can't imagine the amount of work it took to do this movie for Keanu Reeves, first and foremost. These fight scenes were absolutely insane. Like at one point, I was like, I know he's tired. Like I know he's tired because the fight scenes were absolutely ridiculous. And I know that there's tons of martial arts in there probably. There's tons of different things going on with these fight scenes that were absolutely insane. Each there there's fight scenes in different areas of different places in this movie, and each area where these fight scenes took place was just something different all the way around. Like even the way that they were fighting, the way that they were killing, the weapons that they were using, like it was wild. The story itself was wild. um I'm telling y'all, like this is one of those movies I will pay to go see again. I will pay to go see again. And towards the end of the movie, you're going to obviously see like what takes place and what has to happen at the end of the movie. And getting to the end, that was even the craziest part of that was the craziest fight scenes. And you would listen, y'all, I'm still like amped up from this movie. There's fight scenes all over this movie, but towards the end it like gets amplified, and it's pretty nuts. So obviously he's has to go back in, and he's trying to find a way to getting his freedom. And he's got to go through drastic lengths to get it. He does something that causes an effect for the entire table. Like it's absolutely nuts. And then he has to go do something that helps him get something that he needs in order to do something that he has to do to gain his freedom. And that's absolutely crazy. um there's um there's a girl who, I don't know her name, but she played the daughter of the character who's the guy who plays Scorpion. She did a really good job with her fight scenes too. And towards the end, like, you kind of don't expect what happens to happen, but it happened. And it was just absolutely crazy. Like, me and Tyrone were in the theater just completely going nuts in this movie. In this theater, it was just, it was really, really crazy. And like at one point, I thought that something was going to happen, but it didn't. And I was kind of surprised when it didn't happen. But then I was just like, oh,
I'm gonna need a kiss. Yeah.
he's been doing that the whole movie. Thanks to Mr. Wick. Because you know how he has that winded kind of, the way that he talks, it's like he always talks like he's exhausted or tired. This movie's no different. It's funny. He like has this thing and you catch on to this thing that he does. But man, when you see some of these fight scenes and what he has to do, and I mean, there's fight scenes with guns, there's fight scenes with swords, there's fight scenes with cars. When you see how the bounty over him keeps rising, the things just keep getting worse and worse and worse for him. And it's just absolutely insane to see these crazy fight scenes and where they take place and everything. And at one point towards the end, when he's in this fight scene, he gets a hold of this crazy gun, and when he shoots it, it looks like it blasts like sparks, and then when it hits you, it like puts you on fire. Like, it was absolutely nuts. It was absolutely nuts. And the very end of the movie, I just didn't expect it. And I was just like, huh, that's different. Now, the guy who's called the manager, you see him at the end with another person, and he's at this place, and he says something in another language, and it made me wonder, is that or isn't it? You guys know what I'll be talking about, and I feel like I got a glimpse of something that I may have missed that may be detrimental, or maybe a point at some, I don't know, but we'll see. There is a post-credit scene, so there may be a fifth one in the works. And when the post-credit scene came, I was just like, oh, I forgot about that. So yeah, this was immediately a 5 out of 5. Toodles for sure. Let me tell you, I would go watch it 2 more times if I could. Like, I would definitely pay to go watch this again. This was an absolutely great movie from beginning to end. Everything was great about it. Special effects was crazy. The acting was crazy. The fight scenes was crazy. Everything was great about this movie. This was something that I felt like it was not going to disappoint, just like all the other John Wick movies. And like I said, I feel like every John Wick movie is better than the last one that came out, and this was no different. Like, this just topped all of them so far. So please go see it, go watch it, come back, tell me what you guys think. Leave your comments down below. Let me know if you enjoyed my review. Once again, 5 out of 5 toodles for John Wick 4. If you haven't done so, subscribe to my channel, hit like, share, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you guys can get notified whenever I pop up on your feed. I'll see you guys later.